I was diagnosed in October 22, and in December, I had my surgery done by Dr. Medley. Thank her so much. I was also referred to Dr. Pemberton, who did deal with radiation. And I started my radiation treatments after my 8-week rest. I started in March. What happened is they have to insert the first radiation. And you will be on your back for like 2 days because I had the treatment, the surgery, okay? If you don't do the surgery, it takes about 3-4 days.
That's called a bracket treatment.
Which is called a bracket treatment. Thanks to my sister. Okay, so in end of May, I started radiation with low chemo. And I honestly thought that was it. It's going to be over. I won't have to go through anything else, more than just maintaining and following up. Well, that was not my situation. In summer, I started having a cyst growing on my skin. This thing came so big that by November, it started bleeding. And my sister, who is my caregiver, along, of course, I have a host assistant, but my sister, she have been by my side from the get-go. I don't know how she does it, people, but trust me, respect the person who give. The person who give care to someone else, hats off to you. Oh, this is the first time since 2022 I feel conscious. This is the first time I am even sharing in depth all that I've been through. And so you can imagine it's not easy standing here to share right now, but I want to just be thankful for life. And because of that, I have to let someone know that it's okay, whatever you're going through. So 2022, I started having drainage, right? Like it's cervical. So I start have to wear like liners, you know what that means? And I didn't find that cute, but I thought it was premenopause because of my age. You can start anywhere from 35. So I thought it was premenopause. And I'm like, okay, need to see a gyno. Anyway, in August 2022, it increased. And so I have to move from liners to a bigger sandwich. Yes. And in October, I was at my gyno office. When he saw, I did a pap smear. And please, ladies, even when you're abstaining, please go get your pap smear done. It is necessary.
Very important.
It is necessary. After abstaining for years, I thought I was okay. I don't need to follow up. But believe me, victory is in following up. So every year, please go out and get it done. Thank God that after he did it, some blood fell on the ground and he said, this don't look good. This looks like cervical cancer or fibroids protruding through the cervix. So, of course, you're going to be hoping, okay, it is a fibroid, it's not cancer. I didn't want to see the word cancer. I never used to look at the word. I didn't want to read it. Before all of this happened, I was just so afraid of that word. Fear is not good either. And he sent me to do the biopsy. It came back cancerous.
Stage 2.
I sat in his office with my sister who is here with me and my niece. She's 5 now. And people, I'm telling you that he said it. He said it is cancerous and we need to find out what stage. Did I cry? No. So if you see me crying today, it's tears of joy. I didn't cry. I just looked at him and said, okay, doc, where do we go from here?
That's correct.
And this is not even my strength I'm speaking in today. It's a whole journey and process that I've been through. And so he said, Miss Anderson, did you hear what I said? I said, you're diagnosed with cancer. I said, Doc, I hear you. But understand this, my God, fight my battle. And so I'm going to stand still, do what I need to do, and my doctors, and let God fight my battle. And he said, boy, you make me feel bad about my situation, because apparently he's going through something. Well, we went and we did the MRI to find out the stage. Went back to his office after the results, and he said it was stage 2. And you're like, yes, stage 2, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Didn't know what the journey ahead was like. He sent me to Queenstown to the oncologist, who is Dr. Medley. Amazing woman. The day in her office, she said to us that, it is that we have to do surgery. I said, okay, because honestly, I just wanted it out. I just wanted the unclean thing out of me, just take out the cancer. And by December, I had my surgery. However, she did let us know that she wasn't able to get everything. And as I said, in March, I started doing my radiation treatment. I was timid. The bracket treatment, you hear the word and you hear the procedure, you're timid. You're like, oh my God, you're skeptic. You don't know what to expect. You're going to be in the hospital room, pretty much with just another lady for 2 days on your back. But listen to me. If you are diagnosed with cancer or anything else, please, if you have to do your surgery, just do it.
Yes.
Okay?
Talk to me about your own experience with finding out that your sister had cancer.
I observed my sister's transition, from going on to the bathroom very frequent and going to the doctor. I can remember that when she went and got the results, I wasn't there. And driving up, I was like, what did the doctor say? What did the doctor say? I was badgering her. And she was like putting it off until we got to our destination. And she was like, okay, so this is what the doctor said. Because I don't know what it was on the inside, but I just wanted to know. So when I found out that it was cancer, we both decided not to tell anyone. And we kept it between us, went to the doctor, and we found out about stage 2. I then started to do my research, reading up about cancer and everything. And I remember praying, and I'm like, my sister eat right. I don't eat right. My sister exercise, I barely exercise. So why her? My sister is one of the kindest, most loving individual you could ever meet. Most mannerable, to the extent where I don't like it. So she'll stop and say good morning. And I'll step past because I want to sneak past and not to say hello. And, so we went in and he said, Anderson, did you hear me? She said, yes. So where do we go from here? And I'm like, this girl's serious. Should I hear what the doctor say? So where do we go from here? But I still contained myself because I didn't want to break down. One of my biggest things was never to break down in front of my sister because I don't want her to be saddened. So I just took it on. I became protective. I became defensive. I became caregiver. I became sister, best friend, mother, name it. I just wanted for it to go. And my sister has always been my caregiver all my life. From in conception, I was told that she made a song about me being in mommy's tummy and telling my mom that I am hers. So all my life, my sister has taken care of me. And yes, she's the older sister. I am the younger sister. Can you imagine? But at the end of it all, it's just that one thing I can say to family members is to be supportive.
Yes.
To pray. Listen to your doctors. They know what they're saying. I can recall we journeyed from stage 2. I remember more than her of the journey. We journeyed from stage 2, where she did 6 weeks of radiation, 5 days per week. Chemo was once per week. And I remember her coming home and she'd be like, I smell burnt. And she would say, the cushion is smelling burnt. And I would sniff the cushion and be like, no man, you're not smell burnt. I do smell it. But I can't tell you I smell it. You don't. I don't smell it. What are you talking about? So become that support. And I can recall last year December we got dressed. Oh, a doctor's our appointment or an event. We match and we are happy. We're coming. We're coming into Kingston and we're going to see our doctors and we're excited. However, in December, we went into the doctor's office and he said, that thing, the cancer is still here and it has a little spread and he sugarcoats a lot. But I must say hats off to Dr. Pemberton, Dr. Medley, or Dr. Fletcher, Dr. Shamir Mania, and Dr. Foot,
And her team.
the entire team. Also to KPH, big up. People say a lot of bad things about KPH and the public health sector. I don't have that feeling. I'm very happy proud of the health sector because it has been a blessing to us. So we're in the office and he said they're spread. And he didn't say what stage, he just said they're spread. Went across and we saw Dr. Medley and she was remorseful about the process having to continue. And then we're now at Dr. Foot. And my sister went out of the office and I spoke to her on a one-on-one and she said to me, do you understand? And I said, what is it? And she said, your sister is now at stage 4 cancer. Nobody wants to hear stage 4. And she said, do you understand that stage 4 can't be cured? I said, okay. And she came in the office, I put on a poker face. But my experience is that we're heading home and I said to her, I have to stop at my office. That's where I work. And I said, go home, leave me. I just needed a 5 minutes break, if you understood. And I went up and I have a close co-worker that, so I called her in the restroom and I'm like, this is what happened. Looking for support, and let me tell you, she fainted away on me. She dropped down on me in the bathroom. And she loved her so much and she was crying. I'm like, Father, I forget somebody to just hold me and this girl dropped down. But anyways, I'll leave her to say the rest. But I can honestly say that if I had to be anywhere else in the world, I'd still choose to be here. I'm being the one to give her the care. I'm a beautician, I work in nails. I did not work December. You know what that means for my pocket and for the industry? For you to be beauty and not work Christmas. I took the entire time off to stay, and so I didn't know what intense chemo was going to be like. But I know I would not have been able to function working if I was not by her side. And you want to tell them about our haircut?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So in January, we decided, my daughter said, Auntie, cut your hair, don't allow it to fall off. I'm sorry, I'm on the wig today now. So we both went and we're in the town. I went to my job and I said, let's just cut our hair today. I have nice, long, pretty hair, as my sister do. And she cut her hair and I cut my hair. And then the next day, my son cut his hair and his girlfriend cut her hair and my sisters overseas cut their hair and then one of my co-workers cut her hair and then my mom came out and she cut her hair and everybody walking this bald head, and I've refused to grow back my hair. She wears her wig now and then, but she like her bald head way more. I'm growing into it, but I won't grow back my hair until her hair is growing back. But support is a loss.
Boy,
Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Yes, you gotta make sacrifice for persons who are going through. It doesn't matter if you're going through a divorce. It doesn't matter if you have lost a child. It doesn't matter if you have lost a business or you get fired. Whatever your trauma is, whatever you're going through is, please, the posture, your mindset that you decide to go through with is so important, because honestly, sometimes all the time thoughts come to you. Are you going to die? Are you going to die? Is this going to take you out? And you're asking, please, God, my creator, whomever you think God is to you, okay, wherever you find your strength, please don't let me die, leave my family, my friends, my little niece who is 5. There are times when I want to exercise because the doctor said to walk, and I can't even get up out my bed to go and walk because of the side effects. Yes, you do have side effects, and believe me, even today, standing here speaking to all of you, My feet feel like you numb it with ice and you're standing on that. My fingers, when it's cold, they're numb, you know? But through it all, life, you have breath. You have breath. I started just giving more thanks on a daily basis. I went in one way, but I came out better than I went into this journey of cancer. Yes, it is important for your friends and family to support. You need that. It is important to change the way you eat, because even though I used to do my green juice and all of that, I still was having some sweet milk a lot. And I still was having rice and peas and rice and flour and all of that. Processed food, you know. I still was doing all of that. And I'm not telling you how to go through yours, because one thing I didn't allow, and this is so important, people, please don't take on my experience, okay? Have your own. But you can tweet and you can adjust, you know, and you can add and take away. That's the important thing. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your spirit. You know, Jamaican, we always say, my spirit feel like it, tell me, say. Listen to it, because your spirit know you better than I do.
I listen to your doctors. That is very important and key. Because I am not against holistic. I'm not against herbal. But I must say this, that if your doctors are advising that if you're on treatment, you should stay away from certain things. The mere fact is that you don't know what is in the treatment that they're giving you. So remain clean, but don't go mixing drugs. Don't go off on your own and taking advice from everybody. I had to block that out. Like, everybody came and they were like, oh, you should let your sister try this and this and this. I spoke to the professional and she said, listen, she's on this, let her maintain this. When your journey is complete, then you can adjust. Like I said, that we have been through 6 weeks of chemotherapy.
6 months.
Oh, yeah, 6 months. Sorry, 6 months. So it's every 3 weeks. Her treatment was very intense. It was like 5.5 to 6 hours whenever we go there. And I have missed maybe one appointment. I've been to all. I'd take the day off and I would go and I'd feed my baby. Yes. And I'd take care of her. And I love the clinic. You know, the nurses are great. The doctors are great. And we've done an MRI at the 3-month marker.
Yes, okay, so after 3 weeks, I started last year.
Started in December last year.
Yeah, after 3 months. Sorry, my brain's still foggy.
Yes, after
my brain. So sometime I'll be talking to you. So you really have to forgive me today, now, people, because I'll be talking and the thought just gone. Like, where did it go? And it's during our conversation continuing that it would come back, and I say, oh, that is what I'm saying. Yeah. So after 3 months, you take a CAT scan, and there was nothing showing. But I still continue to do the next 3 treatments because it was recommended by my professional. And I finished in April. I was supposed to do the last one. I couldn't. Why? My blood was low.
Her body was low.
You know, and with the wisdom of my doctors, they recommend something that I didn't want. So what am I saying? Be careful what you fear. If it's fear, be careful. Because when I was doing the chemo and radiation last year, summer, and seeing persons taking blood, I'm like, no, I don't want that. I can't, because I just can't imagine taking that blood. And I did it in April, and I'm telling you, it's the best thing ever. Why? You know, in church we always say, oh, the blood, the power in blood, and you know, life is in the blood. But truly, really and truly, it is. Because I got so much energy. I felt a new leaf of life. Yes. I felt great. I mean, I come back with my color. It was amazing. Okay? So please, if you have to do a blood transfusion, there's no need to fear.
What are you most looking forward to now? You got a new lease on life. A lot of people don't get this opportunity. What are you looking forward to the most?
was my last doctor visit to find out because I had to go through my both doctors to find out where I'm at, as far as stage 4 cancer is. And hearing the news yesterday on the 29th of June, wow. Yes, I cried, of course. People, this is when I'm crying. Like for the past 3 weeks, I'm crying because I guess it's just tears of joy. And you're like, oh, this is what I've been through, because I never run out to do research and too much. I didn't go digging deep, and no, I just trust my doctors and their advice, and I trust my intuition.
So what you want to be doing now?
So right now, what I want to do, so just to be thankful and just to do what I'm doing here, because here it is, I really ran into a stranger.
Yeah.
Okay, my sister asked him for a piece of cardboard, and he grabbed all of it. And out of that question, here we are having our story being told to others that don't give people life sentence when they said they're diagnosed with cancer or diabetes or hypertension or whatever it is they're going through. Do not do that, please. Just be compassionate, be empathic, And for me, I want to just give back. Starting to just say, look, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. If it's pray, if it is just counsel, if it is to just encourage, if it is just hold somebody hand, whatever way. I just want to give people hope right now. That is it for me. Just to give back, just like what I'm doing. I didn't know I was going to be doing this today, but I'm happy doing it because why? Through this video, I feel like I'm holding your hand. I feel like I'm giving you a hug. Somebody else understand what you're going through. And that's so important because my family, my friends, my loved ones, it has been just my doctors, all stood with me and let me know that they're there for me. They want the best for me. Okay, and this video is telling you that I want the best for you.
Okay, go ahead. So for me, now that we have completed our 6 months chemo and have officially been declared cancer-free, cancer-free from stage 4. And on baby 1 and 2, 4, that the doctors, they were confused. They were like, it's not going according to book. They thought you'd have to do mild ready. And they're like, yeah, and this is results from not just a CAT scan, but also MRI. So we did both. We did both. And there's now no cancer. So for me, what I'd like to see now from my sister is that I'm not going to say that she's not happy, but I just want to see a more relaxed, and now she'll be able to do more that she loves, like travel and ministry. And she's been doing all of those, even going through, but more travel. And I know she really wants to counsel and to speak to others, to touch lives. So I'm just gonna say, girl, just go and live.